So now we are at the end of the subject marketing management. This is the last chapter of module 4, wherein we are going to talk with managing personal communications. How one has to understand communication through one-to-one medium. Let us see. Now, direct marketing, as I've taught you earlier, I have said you earlier also repeatedly that it is between one person to other person or one channel to other channel with the aim of providing goods and services to the customers without using middlemans. Direct marketing channels are telemarketing through phone, through mail, or through catalogs. The brochures that the company makes and they are provided online. How to construct a direct mail campaign? Establish the objective, find the prospect target, develop the element. That means over here, it means develop the message. Test the message, see how the customers feel about your message. Execute them, and finally at the end, as I've said you earlier also, we have to measure up, right? So these are the construction, how we can make a direct mail campaign through mail. The components of mailing will be outside envelope, sales letter, circular, reply from the envelope, right? So this is a traditional method of mailing. What I have said you right now, a mail. In email, we are not doing all these things actually. This is to be done only in the way the old practices are taught to us. What are different types of problems that direct marketing or the marketeer might face? It can be an irritation in the mind of consumers. It can be invasion of their privacy. They might feel that we are fraud or we are talking about something which is not feasible, or they don't want to buy from us. We are pressurizing them. And sometimes it can also create in their mind it is unfair. That's why you see a very simple example, direct marketing. When we get calls from different call centers, what we say, we are not interested, or we have activated DND in our phones. Why? Ask this question to yourself. This is interactive marketing, tailor messages possible, easy to track the responses, make a search engine advertising possible so that people can find you. Consumers develop selective attention because the message has to be creative and it has to be reached in the mind of consumers. Subject to click fraud. Obviously, there are things which are online now going for, we can say, different types of frauds are taking place. So we need to be very cautious. On the interactive marketing front, there are consumers which are not willing to join or which are not willing to subscribe to your site. So how to catch them? That is where we need to think from the viewpoint of direct marketing. Online promotional opportunities. These are the several online promotional opportunities, like you can see here: websites, microsites, search ads, online communities, mobile marketing, display ads, pop-ups. These are what a kind of advertisements which we have seen in email. Suddenly a pop-up comes and they ask you to click. So all these different types of promotional opportunities which we can view online every day. These are the key decision elements of effective websites layout. The content page, the layout, followed by textual part, picture. It should have some kind of sound, you can say. It should have some kind of audio visual entertaining for the viewer. It should get some personalized abilities, like it has got a drop down menu, it has got a kind of, you can say, activating your you can say camera of the laptop and different other things, right? Site should also link with some useful connecting sites, right? Okay, so these are some of, you can say, the important elements while we need to think while designing a website. So have you ever seen a website? If you have seen a beautiful website, what plays in your mind? The content, the layout, the availability of information, easy access, and connectivity of its sites to further ahead. Word of mouth. These are the two different types of media access through word of mouth. Earned media. Earned media is a kind of media like social media, blogs, wherein you create your own advertising medium and they are not paid. They are free of cost. or normally they are also called as free media. Paid media, on the other hand, the news channels, the TV or the radio or the newspaper, wherein you call in the people and you pay money and do the word of mouth spreading for the company. So these are the two different platforms of social media. We all see, these are all known to us. This is also known to us, the power of social media. Types of sales representatives. Deliverer, a salesperson whose major job is to deliver product. Order taker, he takes the order. Missionary salesman. Let me take an example of a company or a type of industry who normally works on this philosophy, missionary salespersons. These are nobody but they are called as medical representatives. They work for a company. Suppose take an example of Cipla. Somebody is working for a company called as Cipla. They goes to the medical shop and do the promotion and branding of the company in that medical store. In turn, they also consult to the doctors and says that you please keep this medicine because this is a company, Cipla, who has made this medicine. Doctor writes in the prescription and the patient normally comes to the shop, the chemist shop, to buy this medicine. So in this entire story, who is getting benefited? The chemist shop, which is selling the medicine. Is the chemist shop paying salary to the person who is promoting his business? The answer is no. So if you find a salesman who is promoting a business of its channel partner, you can say they are doing missionary. It's a kind of salesman who is called as missionary salesman. Technicians, we know who are these people. Solution provider, providing solutions to customers on their problems. Design a sales force. Once a salesman, if it's plural, sales force becomes plural. The objective, strategy, structure. Objectives of sales force. What is the objective of the salesman of the company? Where they want to sell the product? What type of strategy they would like to come up to sell that particular piece of product or service in the market? How many numbers of salesmen are going to be deployed in that particular sales field or the territory which is assigned to them? That stands for the sales force structure, followed by the sales force size, and finally the compensation. Compensation part stands here, how much remuneration or what is the incentive policy of the company which is going to be given to the salesman. Now these are some of the tasks which are performed by the salespeople. Prospect, find the target, communicate, sell to them, provide service information, and find allocation of resources. Again, repeat this process. So it will come in detail once you're into third semester of marketing specialization, and in a slide just after this, an important piece of information is waiting for you. Look at this. Components of sales force compensation. A salesman can be compensated through various ways. These are some of the ways by which, these are some examples, not ultimate answers. Fixed amount, no other incentives or nothing is being paid to the salesman, no matter whatever amount of product he sells in the market, whatever quantity. Variable amount, no fixed salary is given, only variable part is given. Expenses incurred by the salesman on daily basis will be also given, and some benefits, which we all know by and large the benefits provided by the company. How to manage a sales force? We have to recruit a salesman, recruiting, selection of the salesman into a particular piece of work, train him, measure the productivity of the salesman, motivate him to work for the company, and finally evaluate his performance. So some of the Salesforce terms are coming here as an introduction to your third sem. This will come in detail and as a subject which is called as Sales and Distribution Management subject, SDM in short. Principles of personal selling. Find a situation, question it, find the problem, find the solution, need payoff. What does it mean? Need to pay off, need to make the consumer understand that you have understand their problem and now you're going to come up with a solution. Now this is the ultimate slide of this chapter. Steps in effective selling. This is very important for your exam viewpoint. Prospecting. Find the customer. See who can be your customer. Prospect. Pre-approach. Before meeting the customer, talk over phone with the customer and find its preferences and what are the types of likings and dislikings the customers normally see. From his viewpoint, you have to understand. Find up a meeting with a customer, fix up a meeting, a place, a time, go and approach the customer and speak that you had an appointment with him. Speak with him politely. You should be having a nice dress, nice attire, and should be always smiling. Make a customized presentation, or a customized presentation is not there with you. Find a presentation from a company, make a presentation, explain him the various pros and cons of the product, but never say that my product is the best or his product is bad or this is not a good thing to buy. Don't complain and creep about other companies or the competitors, or you will be out. Overcome the objections. There will be objections in the mind of customer that why these services are not provided, what are the options you are giving him in different product, what is the mode of payment, what is the guarantee assurance about the product or services that you are selling. Finally, overcoming those objections, you can come into closing the deal. Once the deal is closed, you can follow up with the customers. Thank you.